What is going on, guys? Today we have got moments Vieira. 12 million coins, 8.3 or 8.2 on the PlayStation and 14.5 on the PC. This guy is normally fantastic. We've had his base since that came out as SBC months ago now. We've tried his prime. I think we've tried his mid, but I don't think I've done a review on his mid. And now we've got his moments. Every year, Hullet, Matthias, Vieira, and I think there's another centre mid. I feel like there is one. I know Essien's moments is not bad. I feel like there was another kind of prime moments, but I'm pretty sure them three at the very minimum are exquisite. If you manage to get a free midfield with Vieira, Hullet, Matthias, people will be leaving. Literally, people will be leaving. If you can get this guy, then honestly, you have made an absolute banging pack pull. Or if you manage to get him tradable, then just well done for the rest of FIFA, to be honest with you. He is sensational. And it's funny because you kind of compare him to Matthias, who has like 91 stats on everything, 86 on 2 of them, which is physicality and dribbling. Everything else is 91 and above. He looks average compared to him, but what Vieira has is he's just absolutely ginormous at 6'4". His just generic kind of body type slash animations in the game are just, they work perfectly. And obviously he's already got defending and physical down to a T. We are looking at that pace to see where do we go with this. And to be honest, pretty much 12 votes so far on Footbin, and I would imagine that's probably everybody's kind of opinion. You're gonna go for the shadow. You end up with 96 defending, 95 pace, turns him into a 94 DM. We've got good dribbling on him. I think the agility balance would be nice, but you're kind of sacrificing a bit more pace, and I think you could do that if you really wanted to. You could go with the engine, which would give you 90 pace as well as passing and 94 dribbling. Again, it turns him into a 94 CDM, but I think his natural ability will just take over there. We've already got 92 on the short and long pass. We've got a little bit of shooting, nothing too heavy. Defending is already absolutely up there, so just maxing that out to the fullest as well as maxing as much pace out as possible is the best option. So for me, I think shadow is definitely the way to go, even though I can see the argument to get the 91 balance and 86 agility on this card again. So let's not waste any more time. Let's see if Vieira is worth 12.5 million coins to Vieira. It's funny because naturally he, like I say, he isn't necessarily a box to box, but he just manages to put himself in the way. Ooh, Dalglish with a shot. Oh, Jorginho. Vieira versus Vieira. We're going to try and push a little bit here. He's going to go all the way. Can he do it? Theo, does manage to get the tackle. The one thing with Vieira, like I say, being 6'4", his legs just reach beyond you can even imagine. Generically, he just actually runs the DM sort of role. And it's quite funny because, like I say, in terms of stats, we've got the defensive ability, we've got the physicality, but in terms of him, he just doesn't look massively impressive. But when you get him on the field, honestly, this guy knows full well with him on here as well. He is just an absolute unit to be reckoned with, and I think I could quite easily review him without kind of playing with him, because we know that the likes of Hullet, the likes of Vieira, Matthias, R9, Eusebio are all going to be 10s out of 10s. You just know that's going to happen, especially when somebody tries to chest his shot. But you know that when they're coming in at 12 million coins, you know that that is going to be a fantastic card. And what on earth is going on there? Thank you, Lafont. Jeez, Vieira, bodying Vieira there. And that's it. The strength side of him is always fantastic with these cards. Oh, what a block from Vieira. And that's it. Just the natural kind of side of him. Even his base is just consistently blocking like that every single game. And it's just an absolute breath of fresh air when you're just trying to get that ball back. And literally, he is like a human wall. Vieira away. It's always the benefit as well from corners, is having him just in there, 6'4". There's very few attackers that have that natural ability at that height. Vieira, lovely stuff. Last man challenge before Best was going to unleash a shot there, and he just manages to get it away from him in time. Dalglish pinging one across. Lovely inclusive play as we find somebody getting up the pitch into Schweinsteiger. Cancelo is far too good for him. Vieira with the challenge. Again, you absolutely love to see it from him. Little dink over the top. Little dink across. It's Dalglish for the win. And we've got another goal. Vieira with the assist. Dalglish with a header. And another rage quit incoming. So we're going into Vieira then. Honestly, you can't get much better. Like, genuinely, you look at him and he has got everything. The stats are impeccable. It's his best version. Every version is just phenomenal. And he's very much one of a few where every single version is top tier. Obviously, as we go forward through the game, base-wise, it's going to be still good. But, I mean, he's not necessarily going to be as good as some of the players we have out here. Obviously, I think mid-wise, again, is better, but I feel like, again, you kind of get into the point now where it's like, okay, we kind of need his prime or his moments. His mid is doing really well, but there's still players out there that are going to get it. Renato Sanchez with being one of them. You've then got the likes of Llorente really coming up the ranks. You've got a few centre mids in the FUT birthday as well, I'm pretty sure. But then you look at his prime. Is endgame. Prime and moments normally for the top tier cards tends to mean endgame. Eusebio being another one, in fact, but with him, base, prime, and moments are endgame. Mid is just like top tier. I would always prefer base, prime, and moments with him. But I think prime and moments for Vieira are complete endgame. Mid, if you don't want to literally spend any more, then yes, I would say that he is kind of like, you could use him until endgame, but I think you would definitely find better out there. And to be fair to him this year, 1.3 and 1.7, it was not a big gap whatsoever. Even his base is still coming in at 800, but I think there's a good price range between them. 2 mil realistically is not impossible to get. You have to grind a little bit. Like, don't get me wrong, you're not going to get 2 mil out of nothing, but you could definitely get that easily compared to other years. His moments, on the other hand, obviously it's only just been released, so 10 mil. Again, the elite of the elite are going to be buying this guy. He is phenomenal. He's always going to be a 10 out of 10. I would highly recommend going with the Shadow still. I do get the kind of the reference for balance and agility with the engine, but I think Shadow, for me, having that extra pace is always going to be more beneficial for this card, as just naturally he just is everywhere. Maybe, yes, he does get turned if you are very silly with how you tackle, if you're diving in everywhere. He is a very stand-up sort of tackle, but you wait for them to make their big touch, make sure that they can't turn, and you absolutely clatter them, because his strength and just defensive tackle are next level. He is a 10 out of 10. I think for me, he is worth every penny that you'll pay for him. So naturally, as we go through the game, he will become less and less in price. But I think at any point, he is worth anything, because he is naturally an endgame player and will always be one of, if not the best DM in the game in terms of icons, 100%. So let me know down below what you think about Vieira or anybody else. Who would you prefer, Matthias, Vieira, or Hullet? Hullet's, in fact, Matthias or Vieira, because Hullet is just Hullet. Like, he's always going to be the fan favourite there. Matthias or Vieira, who would you prefer? Let me know down below. Like and subscribe. Peace.